Last year, England's women won the Hong Kong Sevens, the first step on the road to what they hope will be World Cup Sevens success in 3 months' time in Moscow.
We're all massively excited about the World Cup, but you know, we've got a number of tournaments in place before that to really kind of hone down what we want to do tactically and technically. We're all working really, really hard, but this year, as shown in the IRB series so far, it's really, really close.
This season, England have been competing in the IRB Women's Sevens World Series, the penultimate round of which takes place this weekend in China.
It's huge having an IRB World Series. I think the Sevens game is massively growing. I think the more the women's game can be showcased in big tournaments, the more the game is going to grow. And going forward to 2016 in Rio, it's really, really exciting.
Quarter-finalists in the first leg in Dubai, England won the second round in Houston when they defeated their American hosts in the final. But there's one side they all want to beat.
New Zealand are fantastic rugby players, so in the 15s game and in the sevens. The sevens game suits them because they're real good ball players, they love to move the ball, they've got a fantastic sidestep and they're very natural around the game. But the girls did really well against them in Houston. First time we came up against them really officially in an IRB tournament, and they beat them. So they are beatable, which is great, and I think it's always going to be a challenge whenever we come up against them.
England's schedule, switching from one form of the game to the other, has been challenging.
Well, I've been doing that for a couple of years now. So last year I played Dubai and then played New Zealand tests, and then I played Six Nations and then went off to Hong Kong. And same this year, played New Zealand, then come across to Houston. I wouldn't really have it any other way. You want to do as much as possible for as long as possible, don't you? And no one wants to pass up the opportunity to play in Houston, China, or play at Twickenham against the Blackburns. So I'll try and keep doing it as long as I can, as long as my body will last.
Very sensibly, the decision was taken at the beginning of this year to give the top players the opportunity to concentrate on sevens, even if it jeopardised England's chances in the Six Nations.
From January, 17 players were given the opportunity to train Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and sometimes just Monday, Tuesday for 6 months in the lead up to the Sevens World Cup. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is back to your job and working that harder because it is a financial strain as well.
It was a planned strategy to progress through to the Sevens World Cup. It's really important for us to perform there. It's given loads of younger players the opportunity to play in international rugby. It's shown the strength of the Irish and the French teams. It's challenged England, which is what we want going forward, especially looking forward to the 2014 World Cup, which is, you know, again, where we're going to be focusing next season.
Last season was a memorable one for Michaela Staniforth when she was named IRB Women's Player of the Year in both formats of the game.
It was a massive surprise, a massive shock. I think it was a little bit of luck on my side and me being a consistent player and being able to play in 15s and 7s on a regular basis. A bit of robustness went my way. But it's one of those things that it's amazing. I think looking back will be sensational, but a bit hard to absorb considering the players I'm playing in and around and knowing their quality and their class. So I think for now it's lovely, it's amazing, but I think looking back in a few years it's gonna be something nice to look back on.